In this video, we are going to talk about out-of-town guests that are coming to stay for a visit. We're going to go over how to get their room ready, what kind of food we should have on hand, and planning activities. So let's get started. I love entertaining. I love when I have guests come to stay. My family is all in Canada. I have lots of friends that live in LA because I lived in LA for 15 years. So having company come stay with me is a real treat. I also really love that I get to host this group every Wednesday and Saturday. So I'm so glad you're here. Welcome. I hope you feel at home and comfortable. So let's start by preparing the bedroom. I'm just assuming that you have a spare bedroom. Maybe it was your kids' room when they lived at home, or just an extra room that nobody sleeps in. And if that's the case, it's probably turned into a storage room, sort of like a junk room. And if that's the case, we got a bit of work to do. We need to get that room ready. Don't just kind of go in at the last minute and sort of push things to the side and say, there you go, there's your room. No, we're gonna transform it into a place that when they're not visiting, you're gonna wanna go into. We're gonna make it kind of a tranquil resort room. So if it's that storage room, let's just get some bins. Let's get some big green garbage bags, lots of those. I'm assuming probably lots of those. And let's just dive in. Let's just open up the drawers. If you've got a chest of drawers in there, it's probably jam-packed with who knows what. So let's just purge. I know a lot of people struggle with purging. That's like my candy. But for those of you that don't love it, put on some music, get yourself a cup of tea, maybe a glass of wine. Make it fun. Don't make it a chore. So get those garbage bags, start throwing out the stuff that is absolute trash. Get a box that maybe you're gonna donate things. And you know what? You probably have stuff in there that belongs to your kids that they don't want you to throw out, but they don't really want it at their place either. Yeah, you know what? Put it in a box and hand it to them and say, you deal with it. The things we do for our grown children is kind of ridiculous. So it's time to just take all their stuff, give it to them, and say, you figure out where to store that. And once you've got it all nice and tidy, you've gone into the closet, you've emptied that all out and cleaned it up, it could be a really good room for you to put your transitional clothes in. So like when it's summertime and you have your winter clothes, you know, you can put your things in some of the drawers and hang some things up. But when your guests come, make sure you have one empty drawer that they can use and have some hangers in there. You know, kind of push your stuff to the side and put hangers in there so that they can hang some of their things up while they're visiting. And if it has been that storage room, even if it's a room that you've had set up as a bedroom, as a guest bedroom, you just haven't used it, it's probably a room that needs a good cleaning. Dust collects so quickly, and if it's a room we're not using, we tend to just sort of ignore it. So get in there and give it a nice, good cleaning. Get deep down and give it a nice, good scrubbing, clean everything, and boom, that'll transform it just by doing that. But if you want to take it to that next level and you're feeling super ambitious, then maybe you get a can of paint and you paint the walls. Paint is really the cheapest and easiest way to transform any living space. Get a nice bright white, the whitest white you can find. My entire house is just white and it just looks fresh and clean. Don't try and get creative with the paint like that one statement wall, or just do the baseboards, the ceiling, the walls, everything white. It's just fresh and clean. You can accessorize with other things, but for the walls, I say stick with white. Even if your guests never come, this is gonna be a room you're gonna love. I guarantee it. I transformed one of my guest bedrooms into what I like to call my glam room. It is the best room in the entire house, in my opinion, because it's all mine, all mine. Then you might want to get some fresh new sheets. If you're still using those Batman sheets or those Cinderella sheets from years gone by, maybe it's time to upgrade those sheets and just get some nice white sheets to put on the bed. And then you might want to freshen it up with a nice duvet. Doesn't have to be something super expensive. And maybe some new pillows. That's just kind of something to consider as well. And then adding in a reed diffuser just gives the room like an essence of luxury. And you're in somewhere special. When you walk into a room and it just smells really good, it's just such a nice feeling. Another thing you could do just before they come is put in some fresh cut flowers, which makes it feel very inviting and very special. Something I used to do all the time, and I haven't done this in a while, but I would have a picture frame and I would put a picture of whoever was coming, either them or something that was meaningful to them, maybe their dog or their kids, so that when they're in there, they really do feel like they're in their room. I haven't done that in a while, but I should start doing that again. I kind of like making them feel so at home. And another thing that I always do is I put some snacks in their room, some chocolates or some nuts, and I always have some bottled water in there. And then if they have a bathroom that's just theirs, bathroom that maybe you're not using all the time, it's probably a room that needs a good scrub down. Just the dust. It's just, you think you don't use it, so you think it's clean, but those rooms that I don't use all the time, when I go in there, it's like the dust collects so quickly. So if it's a room that has kind of been neglected, no one's really been using it, you think it's clean, it's probably not. So go give it a nice fresh cleaning. And that's another place you could put some freshener like diffusers in there or something. And then make sure the shower has shampoo and conditioner and some body wash. Don't put a bar of soap in there because it's not that hygienic. They're not going to want to use one that you've used before, and you're probably not going to want to use it after they've used it. So body wash is great. You can just leave it in there and the next guests that come can use it again. So shampoo, conditioner, body wash in the shower. And then I like to get little travel size items of like body lotion, maybe some mouthwash. I always have a spare toothbrush, a little travel size toothpaste, and whatever I think they might want. I even ask them, like, what do you need? If they're gonna be flying to come see you, the less liquids they need to pack, the better. They should really be doing carry-on. So maybe mention to them to watch my Learn How to Pack Carry-On Only videos so that they never have to check a bag, and you're providing a lot of the liquids for them. So that's gonna make it super easy for them to do carry-on only. So yeah, I do check in with them and see if there's something particular that they want me to get for them, and it's just easy for me to have it there for them. And then just make sure I have a spare blow dryer in there, and make sure I tell them I do have a blow dryer in there, because that's kind of a big item to pack if you don't need to. So just let them know you got the blow dryer in there. Say, I got you, boo, we're all set. Another nice touch is I have a phone charger in there. I mean, most people remember to bring their phone charger, but a lot of times they don't. So if they get in there and they see it there, what a nice treat. And I introduce my guests to my kitchen. I make sure they know where the coffee cups are, where to get the coffee, where the spoons are. Make sure they feel comfortable going into the fridge. It just takes a level of stress off of you. It helps them to feel really comfortable. So if they have something, they don't have to ask you. They know that you're just happy for them to go do whatever they need to do in your kitchen. And it just works really well both ways. You want to enjoy your guests when they come. You don't want to always be working, and they don't feel comfortable if they feel they're putting you out. So the more comfortable they feel in your home, the better time everyone's gonna have. And lately I've been getting croissants when people come to visit. You get them frozen. So I get them frozen, either you can get them at Costco or Whole Foods. I've been really liking the ones at Whole Foods because you can get little mini ones, which is nice. You can get them in chocolate, you can get scones. Then you just need to remember to pull them out about an hour before you're gonna have breakfast. And then you put them in the oven. Your whole kitchen smells like a bakery, and they're so good. Fresh out of the oven, nice and warm. And to go along with that, I would probably get some cheese, get some fresh cut fruit, get it already cut up. You don't want to be cutting up fruit when your guests are there. You don't want to have to work while they're there. You want things to be as easy as possible so that you can enjoy their visit. So keep things as simple as possible. And then if you're gonna be having dinners at home, have the food prepared in advance. Either make a big pot of chili or, again, go to Costco. They have those prepared foods. Any grocery store has those prepared foods. Get something that's easy, that the cleanup's gonna be easy, that nobody has to fuss over. Get one of those big bags of salad that comes with everything you need. Just dump it in a bowl. These things may not be the healthiest to eat, but when you weigh the stress level that it takes off, that's a health benefit for sure. And if you have nights that you're gonna be going out, make sure you make the reservations. Try and think of something that they might not normally be able to eat wherever they live, something that's kind of special for your region, your city, your town, and make your reservations well in advance. And then plan out an itinerary. Think of things ahead of time. Put a little effort in ahead of time so that when the company comes, you can have some choices for them. You don't have to have everything strategically planned out. You could, I sometimes do that, but give them choices. Say, we could do this or this, and let them pick. And if there are people you really enjoy being with, you love them, they love you, just being together is fun. But making memories while doing things is kind of special. So plan some things out so that you're making really special memories with these people that you love, because isn't that what life is all about? Just making those memories with loved ones. So I hope that helped you out a little bit. Tell me in the comments, what do you do to make your guests feel special? What do you do to make it stress-free? That's really the key right there, is for you to enjoy your company as much as they enjoy coming to stay at your place. You want it to be mutual. You want it to be a wonderful thing that you look forward to and you don't kind of dread thinking, how am I gonna get everything ready? Plan in advance so that when they come, it's just fun. That's it for today, you guys. I'm so glad you were here, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye.